Now with two sweet guests, the judges of the Great American Baking Show. Prue Leith is here with us in the studio, and Paul Hollywood is joining us from his home in London. Prue, welcome. Paul, nice to see you. Thank you for being with us from London.
Hello, nice to see you again.
So nice to see both of you. I want to start by asking you, since you both judge on both the American and the British version, what would you say the difference is between the bakers in the two shows, the American versus the Brits?
I'd say the bakers in America like more sugar than in England.
Interesting.
But you know what? From a talent and a skills point of view, they're pretty alike, aren't they?
What do you think, Paul?
Oh, I think the Americans are far worse.
Really?
And worse in what way? Worse with sugar or talent? Be careful.
Actually, I mean, I think they were sitting way behind the Brits up until a couple of years ago, and now I think certainly they're on par, and if not, in a couple of the challenges last year, even better.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, good. Well, both shows are terrific, and I know every episode has a technical challenge where the bakers don't know ahead of time what they're baking. They get limited instructions. So, Paul, we want to know, what's the toughest technical challenge that you have witnessed them go through?
You see, I've done things with, they may not know the name of. There's a Cypriot dessert, there's a Cypriot Easter bake called flauna, which they've probably never heard of. And that was actually a technical challenge. And no one knew what it was. And that's a big problem. When they can't identify it, visualize it in the head, that creates a huge problem in the technical challenge.
That was one of his challenges, and I think it was deeply unfair.
Yeah, well, Prue said it best. Let's take a look at the show. It's so fun.
Apple whiskey. I've never heard of apple whiskey. Can I have a taste?
Go for it.
I love the way you're using the spoon. It's like medicine to you, isn't it? 3 of them an hour. Smell it from here.
Good. All right, I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Well, good luck, mate.
Thank you so much.
So, on the show, we noticed that you like to give Prue a hard time about boozy desserts. Paul, Prue, I gotta ask you, it doesn't seem fair. He goes after you about that, and you're just such a lady.
He's determined to end with that I'll end up with a reputation for being a complete alcoholic. But you know what? He's not far off, because I do like booze in cake. I think almost any cake is improved by a bit of booze.
Well, so it's a fair assessment. But you do have a chance right now, if you'd like to, if you want to give it to him for anything.
No,
you can't do that. That's not fair.
Yeah, you're not in studio. It doesn't seem right. But you know what would be right? We have terrific producers here, and we thought of a kind of a fun way, because we need to know, and I mean need with a K. We need to know how well you've gotten to know Prue, Paul, over the years. So we've got a fun game here. We're calling it the newly bred game. Yes, I said it. So, Paul, I'm going to ask you questions. You're going to answer, and then we're going to see if you were correct, because Prue's written down the answers to the questions. You ready?
Go on.
Okay, here we go. You seem very thrilled about this. Paul, do you know the first thing Prue ever learned to bake?
A Victoria sandwich.
Prue?
wrong.
Wrong. Paul, the answer is jam tarts.
Jam tart. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. They're pretty simple. Yeah, you can use that.
Okay, Paul, what is Prue's least favorite type of baked good? Least favorite type?
Anything which doesn't have alcohol in it.
How did I know you were going to say that? Prue, your answer is pumpernickel. Pumpernickel there, Paul.
Well, yeah, that doesn't have alcohol in it, so I think I can
so
get a
technically, I guess technically that's true. All right, one more here. Paul, if Prue could eat only one dessert for the rest of her life, what would that dessert be?
I would say a trifle, a really good trifle.
Prue?
Do you know that's nearly right? I mean, pavlova's quite like a trifle.
Okay, so again, you're so close. You're so close that we have to give it to you. Paul, I wish you were here. It's so nice to see you. Big fan of the shows.
Oh, thank you very much.
Really
thank you,
great.
guys.
And you guys really are good mates. It's fun to see you. Prue, thanks for coming in.
Bye, darling.
Bye, darling. Bye, darling. The new season, everyone, of The Great American Baking Show premieres May 24th.